Thank you for coming back to Polka Dot Mailbox, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to create a pocket letter. I start off with a page protector it's basically like a game card collector pocket page or something that you would use, for your Pokemon cards or baseball cards. So I start with a tray of sequins and embellishments and things that I'm going to stuff with the two top right pockets. I always do this same format, and sometimes I should probably vary off, but I really like the way that it works overall. So I'm just coming in for the first time in a long time, and I'm actually using some feathers as well as the sequins. I like to use a variety of sequins in different dimensions. The sequins that have a big thickness to them really help with moving things around because they keep the pocket wider on the inside, and then the other sequins that are flat can move around and shake about. But when I've got these feathers in there, it kind of restricts the flow of that shaker sound that you normally get, which is fine. It provides a different texture and element that I end up quite liking. So what I usually do is I try to gather together sequins from the collection that match all the different colors. So I'm drawing in some of the purples, pinks, yellows, and then I'm going to go ahead and seal it all into place once I'm done. So there's a number of different ways that you can seal a pocket. You can just use washi tape if you don't have this fuse tool, but I use this We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool, and I go over quite a few times with the fuse tool, and it actually does pretty well in sealing the pocket, usually the first try. Sometimes you have to go back a second time, but that's all right. So what I do here is I just create little pieces of paper. I do all the backgrounds first, and this time I'm trying just using one row of all the same pattern. And what I do is I measure it against the actual pocket that I have in place, and then I just cut them all the same size. So I did one layer on the top, one layer on the bottom, and then the purple straight across. Then I go through and I sort out all of the ephemera. So I'm using both the Ephemera Die Cut pack as well as the Ephemera Frames and Tags pack. So I'm trying to choose, because I'm sending this to someone who's older, and the theme actually for this pocket letter becomes you're never too old. In fact, here comes the saying right there. You're never too old for fairy tales or magic. And I wanted to create a pocket letter that was full of the youth and fun and whimsy of this Perfect Princess collection without being super childish. So I tried to focus in on some of the less cartoon type images and go more for the images that are focused on sentiments and design. So I'm just going to play around with the variety of different ephemera pieces and see what looks good. I try to balance the color whenever possible. I like to take, like the yellow is quite a dominant color. So I like to take something like that and make sure that I have a little bit of yellow represented in each row, as well as like the purple and the pink, and those are sort of the focal colors. You'll see I don't use a lot of green, even though there is a quite strong presence of green throughout the patterns and stuff. I tend to sort of shy away from that in this specific one and focus on the yellows, pinks, and purples. So I'm just playing around with a variety of different design ideas, and this is how I go about my process. I just start putting things together, and then I see sort of what looks good, and I'm not shy to move things from left to right. So let's see, one thing I wanted to do was, like with this original thought, was to balance out how I have the postcard taking up 2 squares in the middle to the left, and I was thinking, well, maybe I should balance that out with the 2 squares being filled with one image on the right. But in the end, I actually switched that back to being the other way around. So I used my Stampin' Up! Flag punch And you could do this all by hand. I happen to have the punch, so I went ahead and I stitched that on top of just a piece of ribbon, and then I'm just going to glue it in place across the top. Since the wish was already cut out in a banner, that gave me the inspiration for creating a banner. Now I'm going to come in with a different little tray, and I'm going to start adding goodies to the pocket letter that bring in some new textures. So I definitely want to bring in some flowers. I've pre-tied some bows in the blues and yellows that match the collection. So it's really simple and easy to go ahead and put down the little embellishments on top. And that's the other nice thing about the pocket letter. Quite often you need to add a layer of foam to add a shadow, but when you're working on top of the plastic, you don't even need that bulk, which helps nicely, especially if you're shipping this, to create a shadow just by layering it on top of the plastic. So that naturally creates the shadow for you. So I added some enamel dots up to the top of the banner there, and that turned out cute. I'm going to get ready to start gluing some things in place. And I always use my glue gun. I don't find that it melts the plastic or anything, or that it's too hot. It seems to work out quite well. Sometimes the glue, when you're gluing buttons on with a glue gun, some of the glue will pop up. So I really like to put something on top of the button to sort of mask that glue that's there. I'm going to add a doily in the background of this one piece here, and it's very subtle. You don't really see a lot of it, but it again just adds that little area of interest, just something a little different that draws your eye. Then I use that swirl of rhinestones. Popped up on top of that is the word lovely. One of my favorite pockets right here is this sweet one. Very simple. I just put that one die cut underneath, and then I come in with the flower and the button on top, and again topped with that little bow. One thing that I like to do often is when I'm doing the frames of ephemera, and you can't reuse this one here because I've layered too many things on top of it, but what I like to do often is I will just glue the center in. So if the person who was receiving the pocket letter wanted to take the frame off, they could leave the center part message there, and then they would be able to reuse the frame. But I layered so many things on top of this frame that it won't be able to be drawn out without causing damage to the rest of the project. So again, to add another level of a different texture, I take my Tim Holtz tiny attacher and I just staple together a little piece of tulle that's bunched up so that I can stick it underneath. I wanted to pop up that little heart die cut, and I was thinking of putting foam, and I thought, why not use something that will add a little peak of texture at the top of it as well. So that's why I came in with the tulle, and it did both things. So I'm adding some washi tape that the colors coordinate perfectly with here, with a very subtle little pink, purple, and yellow, the same themes of the colors that are dominant in this, and you just see them peeking out a little bit there. So this is the final project. You're going to see an entire little Happy Mail project created with this pocket letter and collection, and I'm going to send it in Canada. You can send things flat mail, so that's how I'm going to send this project. So you can watch for that video coming, and you can see the little things that I've added in to create a little gift that can ship within Canada for less than $5. So that was really great. I'm going to fill the back with some goodies there and send it off to my friend, but that's what both sides look like. So I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, I'd love to have you here. Subscribe to my channel for more crafty videos, and I will link down another pocket letter that I created recently with quite a different color scheme than this. This one's very pink and purple and girly. I'll link a pocket letter that's more colorful. in a palette of blues, reds, and oranges. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.